Hi, welcome to the August New Features Tour. I'm Jeff Spring, one of the product managers here at ASI, and we've got some things that we've been working on here that I'd like to show you today. First of all, I'd like to show you the ability that we've added to the staff site for a staff user to view and take a look at the transactions that are in a batch that was processed either through the website or through the iMIS desktop. So here we are in the staff site, and we'll go to Commerce and View Batches. And this will show us a list of all the batches that we have open in the system. You can see that there's 4 batches here that are auto batches, which means that those were added through the website. I'm going to take a look at this one from yesterday, 14080818-1. And when we click on that, that gives us a summary or an overview of the transactions that are in that batch. So we can see that Teresa Spain made a payment with her Visa for $390, as did Alex Morgan. And each of those transactions has this little expand contract thing. If we click on the expand here, that will show us the details of this transaction. So we can see the individual GL trans records for that transaction. So we can see what made up that transaction. So we can see that Moira Morgan, the guest of Alex Morgan, is registered for a guest registration, the nighttime tour of Paris, and the closing lunch, which sounds like a wonderful way to spend the conference. So that's available for any batches in iMIS. You can go ahead and find this as of iMIS version 20.1.22. In fact, all of the things that I'm going to be showing you today are available in any version after iMIS 20.1.22. The next thing I'd like to show you is a change that we made to the event registration, particularly in the guest area, where we can add a guest for a registrant and choose from the guests that have been previously registered by this person. So right now, here we are in the public member site, and we're looking at John Tan. We're registered, or we're signed in as John Tan, and we're looking at the event registration page here for the Leadership Summit. Now we can see that John's already registered. He was registered on February 14th, but he wants to bring his guest now because the event's coming up and he'd like to bring someone along. So we'll click on Add a Guest, and we see that we now have 2 choices here. We can either select an existing contact or add a new contact. The Add a New Contact just brings up an account creator, and this is the same as it was previously. If we choose Select an Existing Contact, though, we can see all of the contacts that have previously been registered for John. So we've got Thomas Markham, we've got Sally Tan, and we've got Susan Tan. We'll go ahead and choose his wife, Susan Tan, and that brings up her information here that we can so that we can register her for this event. The only thing that's required here is her name, and that's already been filled out. The address information we can add if we like, but that's optional, just according to the way this account creator is configured. So we'll say Save and Close, and that'll take us back to the registration, and we're now registering Susan as a guest. So we'll select the guest registration option, and we'll go on the nighttime tour of Paris, because who wouldn't want to do that, and the closing lunch. Maybe John will win an award or something. And we'll proceed to checkout. And we can see that we're checking out for Susan Tan. So if we check out, I'll just say Pay Later, and if we check out here, then Susan will be registered as a guest of John. And then the next time he goes to register for another event that allows guest registrations, she'll still be on that list, and he'll still be able to select her as the guest to bring to that event as well. So that's the ability to choose a guest registrant that you have registered before as a guest. The final thing that I would like to show you today is a change that we've made to committees on the website. So a while ago we added the ability to view committees and manage committee members from the staff site. We've now extended that so that users can, or committee members, can be assigned the committee administrator role, and they can then manage the committees. So they can add people to the committees, they can take people off the committees, they can change the dates of terms of committees, so that you can distribute that work out amongst the committee members themselves. So here we are still logged in as John Tan, and we see that John Tan is a member of the awards committee. He's a member as well as the committee administrator. Committee administrator shows up as a role or a position in the committee so that you can tell easily who is an administrator for your committee. So here we are at the committee page. We can see that we've got the members along the side here as well as their positions. We've also got this query menu here on the side that shows the people as well in position order. So in this case, let's go ahead and say that Alex Morgan's going to have to cut his term short. He's moving, so he's no longer going to be able to come to committee meetings, and we're going to add David Cook as the treasurer and administrator to this committee. So for Alex, we'll go in and we'll click on his position here, treasurer, and this will give us his positions. So we can see that he's the treasurer. His term is from 1/1/2013 to December 30th, 2015, and we're just going to edit that, and we will cut his term down so that his term is up August 18th, 2014, and we'll save that. And we'll see that Alex disappears from our list here because this is only showing us our current committee members. Okay, so now we're going to add David Cook as a member of this committee. So we'll say add member, and we'll look for David Cook, and David F. Cook Jr. We'll go ahead and make him the treasurer, and we'll say his term began when Alex's term stopped, 8/18/2014, and it's going to be for a year, so 8/18/2015. And we'll save and close that. Okay, and let's say we also want to make someone else a committee administrator as well. Brody Archer, he's the chapter officer, so we want to give him committee administrator abilities too, so that he can add people to the committee and manage whose terms when they expire and all that. So we'll go to his committee role detail here, and we'll see that he's now a chapter officer until October 30th, 2014. So we're going to add another position or role for him, and we'll say Brody's role here is the committee administrator, and that's going to be from 8/18/2014 to 8/18/2015, so he can manage this committee for a year. And we'll go ahead and save that. And now Brody Archer, we see here he's a chapter officer and a committee administrator, so that he can come in and he can do these same things for people on the committee. So that's what we've got to show you here for August, and we'll be back again next month with another new features video, and we hope to see you then. Thank you.